Welcome to AffairsCloud. My name is Vikas Rana. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. You can find our Crack Current Affairs course on our application exclusively for current affairs, where you will be getting daily, weekly and monthly current affairs on regular basis. You can use code VIKAS10 to get additional 10% discount while purchasing the course. This video is available both in English and Hindi. The timestamp for both English and Hindi are mentioned in the description of each video. You can contact us on the number provided or mail provided. Also follow us on Telegram and Instagram, and the link for the same is provided in the description of each video. Also students, we have started a new initiative that is of handwritten notes. It is helpful to understand the news daily, time saving and very useful for your revision. We aims to cover 15 questions via handwritten notes in upcoming bank exams. These handwritten notes are available on daily current affairs content PDF at our mobile application and website careerscloud.in. Only our Crack Current Affairs subscribers will be able to access these handwritten notes. A sample PDF of the handwritten notes will be available in the description. Hello everyone. So in this video we will be discussing important current affairs for banking and finance for July month. The session will be quite interesting and important, so stay tuned till the end. In this video we will be discussing important current affairs that will be very beneficial for your competitive exams. Also students, if you are new to our channel and haven't subscribed to us, do subscribe. We are one-stop solution for current affairs. The first question is, the World Bank has approved dash for second low carbon energy programmatic development policy operation to accelerate the development of low carbon energy in India. So, which bank has approved? So, World Bank has approved $1.5 billion for second low carbon energy pragmatic development policy operation that will accelerate the development for the low carbon energy in India. This low carbon energy means when the energy is produced, the residue is carbon, right? In that case, this will be low carbon generated as compared to the amount of carbon that is generating being now. Also, this will promote the production of green hydrogen, green ammonia, green methanol, and as well as will promote the electric vehicle adoption. Next, SEBI raised the threshold of basic service demat account from the existing limit of 2 lakh rupees to 10 lakh rupees. Direct question. As per the new regulation, in order to be eligible for this BSDA, that is your basic service demat account, an individual is required to have only one demat account, and the person should be the sole or the first holder across all the deposits, and the value of the securities that should not exceed more than, earlier it was 2 lakh rupees, now it has been extended to 10 lakh rupees. Next, SEBI has revised all the eligibility criteria for entry and exit of stocks in the dash segment of exchanges. So SEBI, it has revised the eligibility criteria for entry and exit of the stocks in the derivative segment of the exchanges. Next, which bank has recently signed an agreement to provide financial support of over 850 crore rupees for urban infrastructure projects in Mumbai with Mumbai Metropolitan Region Development Authority? So, which bank recently signed an agreement for this financial support of 850 crore rupees? It is KFW Bank, right? And as per the agreement, MMRDA will also raise around 365 crore rupees through their own resources as it is equity contribution for these sustainable projects. Next, which bank has recently launched a new facility for online collection of direct taxes for their customers? It is Bandhan Bank, right? Bandhan Bank has recently launched a new facility for online collection of direct taxes for its customers. This service is available through internet banking, payment gateway, cash, check or demand draft, and it also accepts offline payment of the direct taxes through their 1700 branches across India. Next, which bank has recently launched their new Union Premier branches for high value customers in the rural and semi-urban markets? So which bank has recently launched this Union Premier? It has been launched by Union Bank of India, as the name suggests Union, so Union Bank of India, right? And here remember, These Union Premier, these are the branches that are designed for the high value customers of the Union Bank, both in rural and semi urban areas in Mumbai, Maharashtra. These branch will provide personalized banking services, offering a wide range of the products and services under one roof for the high value customers. Next, which bank has recently joined Project Nexus, an international initiative that aims to facilitate instant cross border retail payments by linking domestic fast payment services through the unified platform? So, which bank it is? It is Reserve Bank of India, right? And this Project Nexus, it is an innovation hub of the Basel, Switzerland based Bank for International Settlement, that is BIS. And this is basically to streamline and standardize the connection between the domestic and instant payment systems worldwide. Also remember, it is the first BIS project in the payment moving towards the live implementation. This aims to connect the payment systems, fast payment systems of Malaysia, Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, and India. Moving on, which bank has recently launched MSME Sahaj, that is a web-based digital business loan solution for MSME invoice financing? It is State Bank of India, right? SBI has launched this MSME Sahaj, that is a web-based digital business loan solution for MSME invoice financing. The objective here is to basically offer on-tap short-term credit to meet the capital need of the MSME units who are a part of the GST regime. Next, name the bank that has recently partnered with Receivables Exchange of India Limited to offer pre-shipment financing solutions for MSMEs. It is DBS Bank India. DBS Bank India will be the first bank to partner with RXIL, that is Receivables Exchange of India Limited, and this will offer end-to-end supply financing, and this offering will be particularly relevant for the MSME and SMEs across India. Next, which bank has recently launched a prepaid student Sapphire Forex card for Indian students heading abroad for higher education? So this student Sapphire Forex card, it will be basically a card that will be helping them in paying their education fees, their hostel fees, right, their day-to-day expenses in the foreign countries, right? So which bank has launched this student Sapphire Forex card? It has been launched by ICICI Bank. Next, which bank has recently signed a co-lending partnership with Pirimal Capital and Housing Finance Limited for MSMEs and home loan segment? It is Axis Bank, right? Axis Bank has signed this co-lending partnership with Piramal Capital and Housing Finance Limited for MSME and home loan segment. This partnership will boost the financial conditions, or basically financial help for the underserved borrowers, and make it easy for the MSMEs to have the finance at low interest rate also. Next, which country has recently introduced a new yen banknotes with 3D hologram technology to combat counterfeiting? So we are talking about yen currency. Yen currency is of Japan. So Japan, they have launched this new yen banknotes with 3D hologram technology to combat counterfeiting. And with this, Japan became the first country in the world to utilize this holography that creates a 3D rotating effect in the yen notes. Next, which bank celebrated the 69th Foundation Day on 1st of July? It is which bank? State Bank of India. State Bank of India, they recently celebrated the 69th Foundation Day on 1st of July 2024. Moving on, which organization has recently signed a long-term currency swap currency loan agreement with NG Group to construct and operate a 400 megawatt solar photovoltaic power plant in Surendranagar district in Gujarat? Which is this organization? This is Asian Development Bank, ADB. They have signed this long-term currency loan agreement with France-based NG Group, and this is to construct 400 megawatt of solar photovoltaic plant in Surendranagar district in Gujarat, India. The proposed solar plant will generate on an average of 805 gigawatt per hour energy per year over the next 25 years. Next, which insurance company has recently launched an agency transformation project named Jeevan Samrat to future-proof their 14 lakh agents workforce to meet the evolving customer needs? This is your Life Insurance Corporation of India. Correct? Here, remember this LIC, they have partnered with AT Kearney, the global strategy consulting firm, to undertake the transformation project. And this project will revamp the agency operations at various branch, division, and even at the zonal level. This will establish the global practices that are used globally in the changing insurance industry, and it will help us to change the regulatory landscape in India. Next, which company has recently renamed as Samman Capital Limited following the receipt of a certificate of registration as a NBFC investment and credit company from the RBI. So, which company has renamed Samman Capital Limited? The company is ICICI. I repeat, the company is India Bulls Housing Finance Limited. It has been renamed to Samman Capital Limited. Next, RBI imposed a monetary penalty of 1.31 crore rupees on Dash for non-compliance with the directions on the loans and advances and KYC. So RBI imposed a monetary penalty of 1.31 crore rupees on Punjab National Bank. Next, name the new health and income protection plan that was recently launched by Paytm for its merchant partners. It is which? What is the name of that new protection plan? It is Health Sathi. Right? It is Noida based fintech company that is Paytm, right? That is owned by 197 Communication Limited. They have launched this Paytm Health Sathi, and it is a health and income protection plan for merchant partners that is available on Paytm for Business app that is starting at 35 rupees per month. Next, which organization has recently partnered with the State Bank of India for a Grow with the Trees plantation drive at its headquarters in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir? It is BSF, that is Border Security Force. Right, BSF and SBI, they have partnered for Grow with Trees plantation drive at the BSF headquarters in Srinagar, Jammu and Kashmir. The aim here is to basically increase the green area nearby that campus. Next, Exim Bank has recently signed an agreement with Dash to provide an India-supported line of credit of $2.5 million. So, Exim Bank, they have signed an agreement with Guyana, and this is to provide a line of credit worth $2.5 million. This agreement will help Guyana into transition from fossil fuel to renewable energy, and their aim is to reduce the carbon emissions and promote the sustainable energy in their country. Next, which insurance company has recently signed a corporate agency agreement with Himachal Pradesh State Cooperative Bank to improve the access to health insurance in Himachal Pradesh? It is Star Health and Allied Insurance Company Limited. Next, which company has recently launched India's first tourism index fund? It is Tata Asset Management Private Limited. Right? It has launched the India's first tourism index fund that will be tracking all the companies, all the equity market companies that are related to travel sector. Next, which bank has recently introduced a new security mechanism, that is safety ring, within its internet banking system and mobile banking system? So, which bank has introduced this new security mechanism, that is safety ring? This was introduced by Punjab National Bank. This safety ring, it is an optional mechanism that will allow the customers to set daily transaction limit with respect to the term deposits and online closure or availing overdraft facility on the TDs up to the stated limited amount. That means limited transactions, you can set the limit on the transactions as well as on the amount of the transaction per day. Next, name the mutual fund that has recently launched India's first oil and gas ETF. It is ICICI Prudential Mutual Fund. They have launched India's first oil and gas exchange traded fund. It should be noted that the scheme carries a very high risk rating, and the public subscription for the scheme began on 8th of July and it closed on 18th of July. Next, which bank has recently entered into a bancassurance partnership with Bajaj Allianz Life Insurance Company Limited? It is Federal Bank. Right? This strategic partnership will enable the customers of the Federal Bank to easily access the wide range of the customized life insurance products from Bajaj Allianz across their network. Next, name the insurance company that recently launched their Golden Year pension plan to provide financial stability during retirement. It is AGAS Federal Life Insurance. And remember, it is structured as a non-participating plan that is shielding the policyholders from the losses exceeding their invested amount. And this is a ULIP, that is ULIP, Unit Linked Individual Pension Plan, where the returns depend upon the performance of the blue chip pension fund. Next, according to RBI's recent report, Financial Inclusion Index increased to dash in FY24 from 60.1 in FY23. So it has increased from 60.1 in FY23 to 64.2 in FY24. Next, which bank has recently entered into a comprehensive partnership agreement with Mistral AI covering all its current and future commercial models? It is BNP Paribas. Next, which organization has recently secured a green loan worth Japanese yen 31.96 billion from the Deutsche Bank AG? It is REC Limited. This marks the significant step towards financing the sustainable development in India, and this loan will fund the projects that comply with the environment standards and promote renewable energy adoption. Next, RBI expanded dash norms for investment through GIFT IFSC. So RBI, they have expanded the liberalized remittance scheme LRS norms for investment through GIFT City. It has allowed the authorized persons to provide remittance for availing financial services or products as per the IFSC Act of 2019. Next, which organization has recently signed an MOU with the Punjab National Bank to offer various kinds of loans to its employees at concessional rate? So it is SAIL, that is Steel Authority of India Limited. SAIL has recently basically provided, or they have signed this MOU with Punjab National Bank to offer various kinds of loans to their employees at a concessional rate. Next, name the company that has recently obtained a sanction of 6200 crore rupees from NABF ID. It is Greenco Group. Right? Greenco plans to borrow from special purpose vehicle to prepay a $500 million bond maturing in Germany in January month, and another $535 million bond maturing in July 2024. Next, which company has recently received the RBI's approval to become a core investment company? It is Geo Financial Service Limited. Right? According to RBI's regulation, CIC is a specialized type of NBFC, right, with an asset size greater than 100 crore rupees. And these CICs, these are non-deposit taking financial companies, and Geo Financial will focus on investment in and management of their subsidiary companies. Next, name the company or bank that has recently launched a saving plus financial product for retail investors seeking returns on their ideal savings. It is Bajaj Finserv Asset Management Limited. Next, SEBI, they have revised the norms on investment by passively managed dash schemes in the group companies of their sponsors. So, SEBI, they revised norms on investment by passively managed mutual funds in the group companies of their sponsors. And this is basically to simplify and ease the compliances by mutual funds by streamlining norms related to passive schemes with respect to the exposure to securities of group companies of the sponsor. Next, which bank or organization has recently launched an agri fund for startups and rural enterprises, that is AgriSure, to support startups and agripreneurs through investment in the sector specific, sector agnostic and debt alternative investment funds. So which bank or organization has launched this agri fund? It was launched by NAB. It was launched by, write in option 5 here, that is NABARD. NABARD is the right option here. Correct. Next, which of the following recently became India's first neobank to offer personal loan solutions through ONDC? So which is it? It is Branch X India Private Limited. It became India's first neobank to offer personal loan solutions through ONDC, that is Open Network for Digital Commerce. And this ONDC framework, it is an initiative by the Indian government to democratize the digital commerce, which forms the backbone of the Branch X cutting edge lending solution. Next, which bank in collaboration with Banco Bilbao Argentina, that is BBVA Colombia, recently launched the world's first biodiversity bond that is valued at $70 million to combat biodiversity loss. So which is that bank? It is IFC, International Finance Corporation. This is an arm of World Bank only. They have recently partnered or they have collaborated with BBVA of Colombia, and they have provided the first biodiversity bond that is valued at $70 million, and it is to combat the biodiversity loss. Next, in July, Government of India released the first tranche of Dash to United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. So Government of India released the first tranche of $2.5 million to United Nations Relief and Works Agency for Palestinian refugees in the Near East. Next is, which bank has recently completed Citibank's credit card portfolio migration to its banking platform? It is Axis Bank. Axis Bank completed Citibank's credit card portfolio migration to their banking platform. And as a part of this transition, Axis Bank has proactively moved all the pre-registered payees and changed the Indian financial system code where possible with updated mobile numbers. Next, RBI authorized banks to utilize the ratings from Dash for determining risk weights in the capital adequacy purpose. So RBI authorized the banks to utilize the ratings from BRICS or Brickworks Rating India Private Limited to determine the risk weights in the capital adequacy purpose. Next, which bank has recently approved $240.5 million in loans to finance rooftop solar systems across India? So which bank has approved $240.5 million in loans? It is Asian Development Bank. Correct. Next, according to the National Security Depository Limited recent data, which country secured the 4th spot on the preferred destinations for foreign portfolio investors routing funds into India? It is Ireland. Right? I repeat, NSDL recent data stated that according to them, Ireland secured the 4th spot on the preferred destinations for foreign portfolio investors. They are routing their funds into India. Next, which organization was recently recognized by SEBI to act as a supervisory board for RASP, that is Research Analyst Administration and Supervisory Board, and IAASB, that is Investment Advisory Administration and Supervisory Board, for a 5-year period? So which is that organization? It is BSE Limited. Next, which company has recently received the National Payment Corporation of India, that is NPCI certification to operate as a UPI based payment infrastructure provider for banks and fintech companies? It is TechFini. This NPCI certification validates the TechFini's commitment to innovation in payments technology, and this will enable the startup to operate as an UPI issuer 2.0 or UPI acquirer 2.0. Next, which bank has recently entered into a bancassurance agreement with LIC, that is Life Insurance Corporation of India? So which bank entered into a bancassurance agreement here? It is IDFC First Bank. Next, RBI established a committee headed by Dash to review the fee structure for white label ATMs. So RBI established a committee headed by whom? Headed by Sunil Mehta to review the fee structure for white label ATMs. These white label ATMs are set up and owned and operated by non-bank entities. Next, which company has recently entered into a co-lending partnership with Central Bank of India to offer MSME loans? So, which is it? Which is that company? It is Arca FinCap Limited. Correct? Next, which bank has recently partnered with Inspire Institute of Sports to launch the Wrestle for Glory to support 50 talented female wrestling athletes from across India? So, which bank will be helping these 50 talented female wrestling athletes from India and sponsoring them? It will be IndusInd Bank. So that's all for the day, students. Now let's move to some revision part that will be very beneficial for your learning. Which ministry has constituted a 26-member advisory committee on national account statistics chaired by Bishwanath Goldar to revise the base year for GDP data? So which ministry constituted this 26-member advisory committee in order to basically revise the base year that has been used for calculating the GDP data of our country? So it is Ministry of Statistics and Program Implementation, right? It has constituted a 26-member advisory committee on national account statistics to revise the base year for GDP data. This new committee will be headed by Bishwanath Goldar. He is the former professor of the Institute of Economic Growth and he will be the chairman here. This 26-member committee has been formed for a 5-year tenure. Next, the Hemis festival is annually celebrated where? It is celebrated in Ladakh, and this is on the 10th day of the She Chu to mark the birth anniversary of Guru Padma Swambhava, the founder of Tibetan Buddhism. Correct? So this Hemis festival is celebrated where? In Ladakh, and this time it was on 16th and 17th of June that this was celebrated. Next, which of the following are correct with respect to the 3 initiatives recently launched by Ministry of Health and Family Welfare? If we look at them, option B and C is right, A is wrong. A is saying that virtual national quality assurance standards assessment for the community welfare center has been launched. Is it correct? So no, remember, virtual national quality assurance standard assessment it has been launched not for community wellness center, but it has been launched for Ayushman Arogya Mandirs. Right, take a note of this. Then a dashboard assisting national, state and district health institutions in monitoring compliance with Indian public health standards has been launched, and a spot food license and registration initiative for the food vendors so that their license process can become easy and streamlined has been launched. Next, which state government has recently notified new acts to provide social security and wellness measures to motor transport and allied workers? So it is the state of Karnataka, right? Karnataka state government has notified these new acts to provide social security and welfare measures to motor transport and allied workers, right? This act will establish a dedicated social security fund and it will be financed on the motor transport business from various grants and various contributions from various other beneficiaries. Next, which of the following has recently launched a 3-month campaign named Sampurnata Abhiyan to achieve 100% saturation of 12 key social sectors indicators across all 500 aspirational blocks and 112 aspirational districts in India? So it is Niti Aayog, right? Niti Aayog has launched this 3-month-long campaign that has been named as Sampurnata Abhiyan, and it is to achieve 100% saturation of 12 key social factors. Correct? Apart from this, remember, this campaign period was from 4th of July till 30th of September, and under this Sampurna Abhiyan, it has been launched across 112 aspirational districts and 500 aspirational blocks across India, right? So that these aspirational blocks and aspirational districts can be modified and development can be brought to these areas in these 12 key social factors. Next, which state government has recently presented a budget of 3.65 lakh crore rupees for FY25? It is the state of Madhya Pradesh, right? And Jagdish Devda, he is the Deputy Chief Minister and Finance Minister of Madhya Pradesh. He presented this budget worth 3.65 lakh crore rupees for FY25. And this budget is 16% higher as compared to last year FY24's budget. The theme of this budget was Viksit Madhya Pradesh, Viksit Bharat. Next, name the credit education program that was launched by Women Entrepreneurship Platform in partnership with TransUnion Civil Limited to empower women entrepreneurs in India. It is Shahar, right? So WEP, that is Women Entrepreneurship Program, and TransUnion Civil, they have launched to partner, or they have partnered together to launch Shahar Initiative. This Shahar Initiative, this is a credit education program that is aimed at empowering the women entrepreneurs in the financial literacy, helping them with business skills, right? Helping them with finance tools and so on, so that they can grow their business. This program will support India's $5 trillion economic goal by empowering the women and make their business profitable. Next, in July, Union Minister of State Dr. Jitendra Singh in the Ministry of Science and Technology has launched Indo-French Liver and Metabolic Disease Network at Dash. So where was this launched? This was launched at Institute of Liver and Biliary Science in New Delhi. This initiative is addressing the rising cases of the fatty liver disease in India and aims to prevent and cure these liver disorders. Next, in July, the Government of India mandated the Indian Standard Institution mark, that is your ISI mark, for the stainless steel and aluminium kitchen utensils to conform to the national quality standards that are set by Dash. So this ISI mark will be on all of these stainless steel and aluminium kitchen utensils, and it will be mandatory for those utensils to have this mark in order to be sold in the market. Correct? So these rules, this ISI mark standard has been set by whom? It has been set by Bureau of Indian Standard. Next, Maharashtra's Chief Minister Eknath Shinde has released a Dash rupees commemorative coin in memory of freedom fighter Jawaharlal Amol Chand Darda on his 101st birth anniversary. So her 100 rupees commemorative coin was launched here. This coin was released on the 101st birth anniversary of Jawaharlal Darda ji, that was on 2nd of July. And this circular coin is made up of 4 alloys that weighs 35 grams and it is 44 millimeter in diameter. Next, in July, Dash and the Cyber Peace Foundation launched the Digital Shakti 5.0 campaign to digitally empower and upskill women and girls in cyberspace. So, it is National Commission for Women, NCW, and Cyber Peace Foundation. They have launched this Digital Shakti 5.0 campaign to digitally empower and upskill the women and girls in cyberspace. This Digital Shakti 5.0, correct, this is the 5th phase of the initiative, and that is aiming to extend the reach to almost 10 lakh women. Next, which ministry has recently designated as the nodal ministry for the Hajj Committee of India, that is a statutory body that organizes the Hajj pilgrimage for Indian pilgrims? It is Ministry of Home Affairs, right? It is led by Union Minister Kiran Rijiju, and it has been designated the nodal ministry for the Hajj Committee of India, that is the statutory body that organizes the Hajj pilgrimage for Indian pilgrims. Previously, it is Ministry of External Affairs that was managing this Hajj pilgrimage. Next, which ministry has recently launched Project Pari, that is Public Art of India, to create various wall paintings, murals, sculptures and installations in public places in Delhi? It is Ministry of Culture. They have recently launched this Project Pari to create various wall paintings and murals in the public places of Delhi. And it is for the first time that India is set to host the UNESCO World Heritage Committee. For this reason only, this Project Pari was launched. Correct? And this 46th session of the World Heritage Committee is scheduled from 21st of July to 31st of July. Location Bharat Mandapam, New Delhi. Next, the Union Cabinet of India approved the signing of the Biodiversity Beyond National Jurisdiction Agreement or High Seas Treaty under dash. So, Union Cabinet of India, they have approved the signing of this High Seas Treaty under United Nations Convention on the Laws of the Sea. This aim of this treaty is basically to conserve the marine ecosystem. Conserve the marine ecosystem. Next, which ministry or organization has approved the proposal to display nutritional information regarding total sugar, salt, and saturated fat in bold letters as well as large fonts on the labels of the packaged foods? Which is that organization or ministry? It is FSSAI, Food Safety and Standard Authority of India. They have made it mandatory to label the sugar, salt, and saturated fat content in both bold and large font sizes on the packaged foods.